Hey guys, what's been going on? I've missed you all. I've been kind of absent for a while. What, 2 weeks or so? All I've been doing is just kind of hanging out at the house and doing a few things like that. I'm actually on a staycation. If anybody doesn't know what a staycation is, it's where you stay at home instead of traveling. A lot of my travels, when I take vacations when I'm traveling, they're actually just to competitive matches. So this time, because of the 4th of July, I stay at home during the 4th. I try to take the 4th off every weekend. A lot of you know I live on a lake, and that lake is usually full of fireworks all week. This week it was a little different. Now, did we kind of raise a little ruckus here, me and my buddy of mine? Did we raise a little ruckus here at the house? Well, it was at his house, but yeah, we did. We set off a few fireworks and had a good time. We also went to our town. Our town puts on a parade, and they have the firefighters put on a barbecue, if you will. So we went and did that kind of thing. Just been chilling out and relaxing, and catching up on a lot of yard work. So there's a lot of stuff happening. Just to give you a little update. You all know that I don't shoot much here at my home range anymore because my neighbor decided to alter his land a little bit. Me and my neighbor have been talking quite a bit, and I believe I'm going to try to purchase his part of that property. So if that works out, maybe I can go back to shooting at my home range. So it's all in the works. We're getting the ball rolling on that, but hopefully, we can come to an agreement on a price and we can get it in before somebody else does. The properties around here go pretty fast, so I can get that purchased. The problem is it's a lot more expensive than what I want to pay for it. That's the problem when you live in a lake area. People jack up the price of the property even if they're not worth it. So we're going to try to get that, but we still are going to try. I've been accepted for a private shooting range, so we're still going to try to get out there to that private shooting range and get that membership. That membership is like $400 a year, give or take. I can't really remember off the top of my head, but like I said, I can't go into the orientation until December, so we really can't even start shooting out there until January of next year. So I do shoot 22s here on my home range a little bit, trying to keep the noise level down. But I do have to keep my practice up, as you all know. I'm getting old. I'm not as fast as I used to be, but I'm pretty quick on the trigger and pretty good eyesight. So we're starting to do a little bit more steel challenge type matches instead of the USPSA type matches. I like steel challenge a lot better for a lot of different reasons, but a lot of people don't because you're not actively involved with running around and shooting and crawling and diving and jumping and all that. And I understand that. Okay, we really don't have nothing here to really talk about, but I have a couple things that I want to show you all. It's just to kind of get your mind to thinking about other alternatives, okay? So hang on a second. I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to bring some of those out and we'll talk about it. We are back. A lot of people talk to me and stuff, and a lot of people live in the cities, and a lot of people live in small towns where they can't shoot as much as they would like. I call BS on that. If you like to shoot, you'll make time for that. Anything that we as humans think is priority, we will make that a priority and we will do it. So if you are truly interested in shooting and reloading and the hobby of shooting, great. But don't let the hobby overtake your life. I know a lot of people, that's all I do is they reload and shoot, and they don't really have any other activities. And to be honest with you, the reason I know that is because I'm one of those people. That's all I really do. I do fish and I hunt, but still, once again, that's all related to the country boy lifestyle that I live. Okay, but if you live in the city or you live in a small town, even an apartment maybe, I'm not necessarily going to advise that at all. Don't overlook training, okay? Because training is important. Trigger time is trigger time. Anytime that you get an opportunity to pull a trigger is good time for your training. Now people will laugh and people will say, oh, no, it's not. Well, those people don't shoot as much as I shoot, because if I'm telling you, the guys that I have brought over to my home to practice, to learn to shoot USPSA or to shoot steel challenge, every one of them go out and buy a pellet pistol or a BB pistol to train with because they all see the value in it. And sometimes I'll just bring them out here and we won't run 9mm or whatever they're running that day. 38 special, we will run just nothing but pellet pistols and go through the motions and the actions. Okay, pulling the trigger is one part of competitive shooting. There's still the agility to it, there's still the moving around, there's still getting your eye focus, there's a lot to it, so don't overlook a pellet pistol. Okay, this one here is just a 177 pellet pistol, okay? You can get them Like here, this one is a 1911 style. So you can get them, this one here is the actual weight. Okay, there's the mag. It's the actual weight of a 1911. So if you're going to shoot single stack competition, you can get one of these. Let's just say that you're not a competitive shooter, but you do like the 1911. You can take the 1911, put it up, you know, at your house, in your yard, in your garage, and you can shoot it. Well, you ask, how do I do that? Well, how I do that is I use one of those little Champion targets. You know, the one the bullet catches. So I have a little Champion bullet catch. Some of you have seen it. And on that, I have put a steel plate. It actually hangs down. I painted the box itself is black. The steel plate is white. And I can shoot that. When I hear the ding on, you know, it makes a thud if it hits the target. And it hits the box. And it makes a tink if it hits the steel. So it works out real great. I shoot like that all the time. I mean, I probably shoot 1,500 pellets a week. I mean, I go through a lot of pellets. Now, you do not want to use a BB with that kind of setup because it can ricochet and hit you back in the eye. So you've got to be careful with it. But it's highly recommended. All right. So then if you're a SIG guy, they make the SIG. This is a P226 clone. It works excellent and very accurate. For revolver guys, they make revolvers that you can do the same thing. This one here has a swing out cylinder, so I can actually practice my loads and acquisitions back to the side. For Steel Challenge, my Steel Challenge guns are a little different because it's normally a one shot and then transition. I like to use these, and these here is a Browning Buckmark. Okay, it's a Browning Buckmark pellet pistol. Shoots excellent. It'll ring that little steel on that bullet catch that I have. It's fun to shoot. I shoot both iron sights and optics. The older I get, the more I've been transitioning to optics. So I bought 2 of these. I'm telling you, you can't go wrong with these little Buckmark pellet pistols. I'm thinking about buying 3 or 4 more if I had the money, but I put an optic on one. So for like my 22 rimfire optic, I practice with this. It does a great job. I mean, it's fun to shoot, and it just passes the time. Plus, it gives me that trigger time that I'm looking for. I set up little stages or scenarios. You can do that even with one of those Champion targets. You know, if you can put 3 Champion targets, the better, then you have better transitions. But you got to pay attention to what you're doing. You got to make sure you hit the target. You got to make sure that you understand what's on the other side of your target if you miss. But for just general practice and purpose, guys, I shoot a lot of pellets. I really do. If it's not pellets, it's 22. I shoot a lot of 22 as well. But then again, we also know that I shoot a lot of 9mm, so it's kind of what it is. But don't laugh at the pellet pistol option. I mean, you know, or airsoft, if you will. It's great training tools. It'll teach you a lot. It'll help you develop your hand-eye coordination. It'll help you develop your target acquisition. There's a lot to it that's got a lot for it. All right, guys, there's video day. I've got to get to reloading a little bit. I've actually taken 2 weeks off and haven't even touched a press in 2 weeks. I have been touching firearms, but that's just something I do because I enjoy it. You know, to me, that is relaxation time. All right, guys, I appreciate it, and I have missed y'all. All right, please check the links below. Make sure you support Acme Bullets for all that they do, and I appreciate it. Oh, dropped my knife. Thanks, guys.